Hi, this is Tracy from Esther 414 Ministries, and this is Fishers of Men and Women. How many of you want to just escape from everything? You just want to be able to live life free of all responsibility of having answering to the man, being out here on the water, just enjoying life.
Let's get it.
Oh my goodness.
Sign me up.
I'm telling you, it sounds so exciting.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
We have thought about it more than once. Living, that live aboard life where you live aboard a boat. You buy this boat and hopefully you can buy it new, but most people can't, so they have to buy old and then they have to do it up. Okay, and then they live aboard this boat and then just go sailing around, and it looks like so much fun. Or they go and they do the van life. That's where you buy a van or a camper or something and you go boondocking. You go from one spot to the next, you go hiking, and it's like no responsibilities, man. It sounds so much like fun.
Let's do it, Trace.
Let's do it. But do you know that is a tactic from the enemy?
What?
The enemy, he wants to come and kill, steal, and destroy your life. He wants to steal your joy. He wants you to get looking at other people's lives. He wants you to covet what they've got. Basically, you're seeing the outside. You're seeing like the shell of something. You're like, oh, look how wonderful that looks. That looks like a lot of fun.
It'd make me happy.
Oh, it would. It would make me so happy. I'm telling you. But again, that's the enemy coming along telling you that. I remember we went tenting like last week, and we were in a tent. Okay, that's why we went tenting. Okay, we have a big tent. But there are people, and like you can almost see in those trees. Probably not. Would have to get closer. But there's people up there, and they're camping, and they have the RVs, or they've got the fifth wheeler or the pull behind. And you look at it and you think, man, it would be so much easier to live life like that, being in a camper or an RV, and you wouldn't have to deal with the raccoons out there and having to deal with all the humidity inside the tent and all these bugs getting in there. It'd just be awful. This would be so much better. This would make me happy. Yeah. But do you know, when you go into the honeycomb on the inside, you actually see more. Do you know the people that we were right next to, they had the RV, and it was a nice size RV. But do you know that they were asking us about a prep station that we had? They're like, man, that's really cool. I'm going to pick something up like that for us. And I thought, you've got an RV. What in the world do you need a prep station for? You should have a whole full kitchen in that thing from the looks of it. And do you know, I think they even, when we were gone walking around or someplace, I think they even came over and tried out our big camp chairs, because there was a little packet of Crystal Light on our chair, and we don't drink Crystal Light. And it shows you, no matter what you have, it's that the heart, it's always wanting more. It's always longing. It's always coveting. Well, that would make me happy. No, see, that's the enemy. John 10:10. For the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But Jesus has come to give you life and give it to you more abundantly. And he really does. He wants us to have that abundant life. He wants us to be happy with him. He wants us to live the life that he has planned for us. It's like when Nathan came to King David after he had sinned with Bathsheba. And David tried to hide that underneath the rug, right? But Nathan came to him and he had told him, he said, the Lord gave you all this. He took you from being a shepherd of just a few sheep to being the king over this kingdom. And if you had wanted more, all you had to do was ask. You didn't have to go and covet somebody else's stuff or a wife. All you had to do was ask me for what it was your heart desired. I would have given it to you. Not that I would have given you his wife, but I would have given you other things, David. You don't need to go and try and do the 3-card Mountie thing. And that's what a lot of us are trying to do. We're trying to just do the shell game and try and get what we want. Do you know, there was one time when I remember I was looking at something and I thought, well, that would be really cool. And the Lord told me, he said, you think you know what you want. And that really just took me back. And I was like, wow, because that can apply to a lot of different areas in our life where we think we know what's going to make us happy, or we think we know what we want. But in fact, it's probably not at all what will make us happy. Only God knows what will truly make you happy, what He has planned for you, that life He wants you to live. He wants to give you such an abundant life. And all we have to do is look to Him, ask Him to help us, to lead us, to guide us, to direct us, and see if we were more interested in helping other people and building them up instead of coveting those things that they have. Our life would be so much more rich and full. I want you to realize this one point. A lot of times we think of coveting as wanting material objects, a person's boat, a person's wife or whatever, but a lot of times it's their lifestyle, the life that they're living, that we're coveting inside. I wish I could have their life. I want what they have. I want the type of life that they're living. And that really is coveting deep down in the heart. And that is not from the Lord. And He wants you to address that in your life and say, Lord, I am so sorry. If you're doing this, say, Lord, please forgive me. Please help me to be grateful for what it is that you have given me. And see also, when you're coveting somebody else's life or their lifestyle, you're stealing from your reservoir of peace and joy, because you can't have that peace and joy if you're wanting and longing for something else that God hasn't given it to you. And if He hasn't given you that, there's a reason why. It's because He knows what's best for you. So let me tell you what I've learned. I'm very happy with this boat that the Lord has given us. Yes, there's bigger boats, there's boats with engines on them. But you know what? I love this boat, and I love rowing because it gives me great exercise. And tenting, you know what? It helps me to appreciate my bed when I get home and the air conditioning that I can enjoy. I hope this helped you out. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This has been Tracy from Esther 414 Ministries.